welcome back to Ascending with Ash. I'm Ashley. Let's just chat. This is a Wake, Bake, and Make and a little life update because I haven't really been here. I have one more week until the spring equinox that I am resting, and also it's Mercury retrograde. So we have one more week. Today's Friday the 13th. I just got this new black backless dress, and I found my black robe, and so I am dressed very comfortably today. But I wanted to go ahead and share a few things that are happening over here. I am continuing to receive all of the things and materials I need to do my product line. So next week, once I feel ready, I'm still resting. I will start doing more production. I'm just getting everything organized, you know? I'm really proud of myself for the investments I've made. It's a big deal. It's going to be, I kind of just got everything I need to make it happen. You know, like bubble mailers and those, like these, not bubble mailers, but you know the plastic things that people sell stuff in or mail stuff in. I got a bunch of those. I'm working on my Mayhem Market. I did go ahead and get myself one of those like 3D cubes that you can take pictures of products in. So that'll be here in the next week or so. Everything I own is like black, so if you like having one of those, will be great, and you can change the color inside of it. So, you know, I've given myself the entire year to do this. I think I've already created a bunch of stuff. You know, like the workbooks are pretty much done. I have to do the high school workbooks still. But I need more time around high schoolers to figure those out. Stuff like that. I have a really incredible opportunity. So the Teen Center is a nonprofit, and it's run by the mayor and one of her other people. Like, they have this organization together, outside of being the mayor, called Arizona Grow, and it's about providing job opportunities and opportunities in general to youth and other folks. And so that's who headed the Teen Center. But anyway, they got a grant, and they're getting grants and other things, but they got one grant called the Salvage Grant. And so I got an email this week of like, hey Ashley, this is an opportunity. We would love for you to, in May, make a project with some of the youth, and it pays, so I get paid for my work. This one in particular is $25 an hour, and it's going to be 4 hours a week. So that's like $400 a month for this one project. So I'm very excited. I get to get paid for my work. I also have another paid opportunity over there to support one of the other artists in one of her classes, which is $20 an hour, a couple times a month or week. So this was not on my radar. I thought that my work over there was going to be predominantly volunteer until this week. And the best thing about this, I mean, the money is great, obviously, but the best thing about it is that I've been holding on to, if you know me, I've been holding on to a bunch of materials to, you know, recyclables and other stuff. I don't know what is going on with my hand. It is not getting better. But anyway, I hold on to a lot of shit, like the old tablecloths from Art Space. I'm like, I don't want to throw these away. Like, these could be turned into something, you know, even though they're all painted, but they were all different colors. I had a whole stack of kitty litter buckets, and I had created like a cardboard thing because I was going to turn them into stools. So, and then I had like the fabric that I took out of the rugs, like this. I had a whole trash bag full of those. And some other shit, just like, you know, packing peanuts and bubble wrap that looks like it could turn into snakes and, you know, shit like that. And leftover paint from the muraling that I did. And I cleaned up my shed the other day, and I took all of that shit over to the teen center tomorrow. So what we're gonna be doing with this salvage grant, she's like, what materials do you need? I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have everything I need. I'm like, I'm gonna need some more cardboard. But I proposed what I'm thinking of the project. There are literally no requirements. Nothing is off bounds. So I was like, okay. At first I was like, ocean, but I'm like, we're in the middle of the desert. That's not relevant. But then I'm like thinking a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like my style all the way. So I emailed her the proposal, and I'm like, I would like to make this piece be about 6 to 8 feet, and work with about 12 kids if 12 kids are interested. But we're gonna make a giant earth, not like a globe, but like a flat earth, not like politically flat earth, but whatever, you know what I mean. We're gonna make an earth, and then we're gonna make a peace sign over it, all out of those recycled materials. And then I was like, I would love for each kid who participates in the large piece to also create, a 1 to 2 foot, whatever peace means to them. So we're gonna make a piece about world peace, which I think is gonna be very controversial in this time. Ultimately, maybe not so much controversial, but is going to be a great conversation piece in this time. No pun intended. But anyway, so I get to create this shit. Again, it's not until May, but I already took all this stuff over. And they're like, just let us know what supplies you need. And I'm like, I think the only thing we're gonna need is like some poster board and like some really good adhesive and a couple box cutters. I think everything else I can create from trash. But this is like my jam, and I'm so excited that my work is getting out in this community, that I feel like I'm blossoming. I'm definitely feeling more comfortable speaking my truth and standing in who I am now, with the art collective that I created this week and with the musical. It's kind of just providing me a lot more belief in myself, I guess, because I haven't really produced art to this scale or in these ways before. I mostly just make shit for myself. So this is a really pivotal moment in my life and in my career as an artist, and recognized as an artist. It's just huge. So I'm very excited. And she was like, the other day when we went over there, she was like, she's like, we can always do it again, the salvage grant. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I love making shit out of trash. And her daughter's an artist, and so she's that's who I'm gonna work with next month. She's gonna be doing, she made a whole suit of armor, like a knight suit of armor out of recycled stuff. And so she's gonna be making helmets with the kids. So I get to help support that, just be there to help, and I get paid to do that. That's crazy. But this is like literally all I've wanted in my life. I remember so clearly right before I got locked up, my friends were like, what do you want to do with your life? It was the midway through the last semester of my undergrad when I got locked up. And, there's so much pressure about like, what are you going to do with your degree? And like, what job are you going to do? And I'm like, I just want to be stoned and like play. And I've stayed true to that vision for myself, even though everyone was like, you're crazy, you can't do that. Yeah, you can, I did it. And I just know that my inner child is so happy. My inner child is so happy. And I'm happy too, and I'm happy that Niall gets exposed to this stuff. I got myself this camera, but the SD card isn't staying in all the way, so I had to put tape at the bottom. Does anyone know why? I don't know why. It like sticks out a little bit, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, it's cool if I have to tape it, but it's brand new. Hopefully I don't. I think that pegboard technology is like the best technology. I just got a few more things for my pegboard. And I also got a pegboard for the shop, as a structure, as a fixture. So it was a 6 folding, so it's like a pegboard room divider, Ooh, and when I was cleaning the shed, I just found a canopy wall. It's gray, but I might use it for my shop because I'm using the canopy for the shop now instead of getting another vehicle. But anyway, oh, but one panel was ruined in shipping, which isn't a big deal. I'm glad I almost opted for a 4-panel one, so I'm glad I got the 6 because I was already like not sure I was gonna use all of it. So I'm probably gonna put the one that's broken in the shed and use it in there because I have all these like pegboard fixtures now. So these are pegboard shelves and they're really nice. I think I got 8 of them from Temu for like $48. But they come with these. I think pegboards are just amazing. I don't know why it took me so long to get on this bandwagon. Can you see that? Everything is black in here. And then you just like place them on. So my shop is gonna be a pegboard. I also got a portable clothing rack. And those 2 tables, 2 6-foot tables, but only 17 inches. So I'm finishing up working on like the back end of the shop before I start making inventory. I got these for Niall's stuff because Niall's in charge of concessions. I don't know if you can tell. But this is literally everything in here. It's like those chip clips. So I got some of these for Niall's portion of the business. Those actually are a lot nicer than I thought they were going to be. So please, they are metal. I wasn't expecting them to be metal. And I don't think I was even expecting them to be black. I thought they were going to be more plasticky. So you just have to like put them together. There's a little screw on this side. Oh, the neighbors broke up the other day, so the dogs are gone. Which I'm kind of relieved because it was becoming very intense for me. But I know they're just going to be neglected somewhere else, so that sucks. But at least it's not in my reality. These are really long. They're like 2.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. And then it did come with a plastic thing for up here. I got some more materials to use with the engraver. I haven't unpacked the engraver. I looked at the user manual and I got a little bit intimidated. But I did get the heat press unpacked. I haven't used it yet. I do have more vinyl coming on the way. Niall and I went on a shopping spree at the Dollar Tree, and I was gonna get paint from Walmart, but I really like the Dollar Tree acrylic paint. And they had restocked all of their colors, so Niall and I went a little crazy on that last week. I got one of every color except yellow. I accidentally got 2 yellows, which is fine because yellow is a primary, so you can use it to mix. No one signed up for the Harry Potter craft class. That's okay. I've heard really good things about the summer art class that I didn't know. Like the community I got bit by my cat because she was in the shed and I was trying to get her out of the shed and she bit me. And she hit my nerve, but it feels better today. But like the past 2 days, it was tingly, and I was like, oh my god, do I have rabies? I was googling all this crazy shit. But yesterday I realized I finally researched because I was like, oh, I have rabies. I've accepted that I'm going to die, and I'm like, and then my mind was like, no, she's had her rabies vaccinations. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, just because I kicked her out of the house and she's been living outside doesn't mean she's like a rabid animal. Like she sits by the window all the time, but she was peeing all over shit in the house, so she had to go outside. And that's why I won't let her in the shed, because she was peeing on shit in the shed. So I was like, absolutely not. Like, now that I'm getting all of this inventory, where do you think it's going? It's going in the shed. Especially now that I was able to take out so many materials for this big project. It's just like everything is working out. I was like, bitch. So I finally got her out after she bit the fuck out of me, but she hit my nerve, and I googled that but a lot of that happens a lot with animals biting your hand. It's especially cats. They hit nerves. There's this one nerve. It's called the Euclidean ulnar, ulnar nerve, and it's like right here all the way to your elbow, which is where I was tingly. But it's better today. Thank goodness. Oh, I got more stencils yesterday. I don't know where I put those. Oh, they're right in here. I got a whole bunch of fun stuff yesterday. My inventory is growing. Again, I don't know how this is gonna look in this town, but again, it's not really that I'm doing this for this town. I'm doing this for myself, and this inventory that I've what is this word? Investment. Thank you. The inventory that I've invested in, and the materials to do so, is for the long haul, right? It's not just like for a season. So, you know, I bought like 2 big boxes of like shopping bags for the shop. Like I wanted to get a particular style, so I bought 2. So they're like 3 different sizes. Same with the bubble mailers. I got iridescent ones. They're cute. I got canvas bags yesterday that I'm going to use with the heat press. I feel like I could probably dye those with tie-dye too. I got a lot of them though. And I haven't had... I've settled for cheaper quality products in the past. And so this time I'm like... I'm not doing that. And I'm really happy with the things that I've gotten. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, there's going to be trial runs. There's going to be products that are duds. But, you know, as I'm learning, the learning curve. I got some colored wood yesterday to use with the engraver. Yes, I know I could paint it. Got some more kids stuff, more sensory stuff. Got a bunch of jewelry. I bought jewelry because I don't really have the time to make jewelry right now. I am doing a jewelry making workshop this next coming week. I'm taking the week off of the art space. No one's gonna come anyway. So I'm just like being like that Bart Simpson meme where he's like disappearing into the bushes. I'm not even gonna post anything about anything. I'm just not doing it. No one came to the teen center this week. We were offering a jewelry making on Wednesday. But it ended up just being like a think sesh, and they were just doing some stuff. They got cameras in there, so they were getting those set up. Oh man, this is so weird. It's getting better, but not really. Feels like it's getting better in one area, but just continuing to get worse in another area. It does look a lot better, but now it's like in between my fingies is all fucked up. I don't know, I thought it was like a fungal infection, but I also learned that it could be eczema because it started when I was taking down all the disco balls. And so I was researching because I've never had eczema, and I was like, does eczema just come out of nowhere? And they're like, it can be triggered by dust and harsh cleaning chemicals, which is exactly when it showed up. When I was dusting all of this gross, like the disco balls were just, because the swamp cooler and the heater just kind of like rotate dirt because we're in the desert. And so that's when it started. So I'm hoping it goes away. I did get some eczema cream. I was using antifungal cream. I was using like topical agents and medicine to like holistic medicine to ingest, and I was like, why isn't this going away? And so then I finally just got eczema cream like 2 days ago, but Neosporin was helping a lot. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm resting. I did get Niall's new pool for this season, and I got us a new hose because we're gonna be doing gardening out in the front. So I got us a hose separator. I have to have 3 hoses in my yard. Last year it was only 2, but this year it's going to be 3, or no, I think 4, because I think I already, oh shit, the bacon. I gotta go. Okay, bye.